Welcome to r/Silver Crow Iazula. I'm Silver Crow.
And I'm Azula Crow. It's wonderful to be here, Silver.
And for you, our curious listener, we have, well, quite the journey lined up today.
We certainly do. An incredible exploration, really. Today, well, we're tearing into a real cultural juggernaut, something that's still making waves everywhere. The animated film K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, yeah. Since it hit Netflix back in June 2025, it hasn't just been popular, it smashed viewership records, and the soundtrack totally dominated the charts.
Absolutely. And this film, it's such a unique mix, isn't it? You've got this high-energy K-pop vibe,
Right.
mixed with some pretty intense demon-slaying action, and then layered on top, really compelling girl group drama. It's quite the blend.
It really is, and it clearly struck a chord.
Yeah.
So for our deep dive today, we're pulling from, well, a whole bunch of places, lots of fan discussions, Reddit threads from places like Herc Pop Noir, Archetypes film theorists, movies, Netflix.
Right, the usual suspect.
Exactly, and some great articles from pop culture polls too. Basically, our mission here is to get you up to speed fast. We want to unpack the really cool cultural inspirations behind it all.
And that sharp commentary on the K-pop industry itself.
Yeah, that too. Plus, all those fan debates about the deeper meanings, and especially that ending, which was, let's be honest, pretty captivating, but also kind of contentious.
Definitely contentious. So you're basically getting the shortcut to understanding why everyone was talking about this movie.
That's the plan.
Okay, so where do we start? Maybe with the foundation. The ancient roots behind the Huntrix, the film's Demon Hunters.
Yeah, let's do that, because what's really striking is how deep their lore goes, right into Mugyo. Now, that's often translated into English as Korean shamanism, but...
But that's maybe too simple a label.
Exactly. Our sources point out, that using a broad term like shamanism can be a bit problematic. English can be kind of inefficient sometimes, and it risks flattening this huge range of indigenous practices. The key thing is this specific cultural heritage here.
That makes sense. It's important context.
It really is.
Yeah.
Mugyo isn't some minor thing. It's Korea's indigenous folk religion. It was there way before Confucianism, Taoism, Buddhism, even Christianity arrived. It's like the original spiritual bedrock.
Wow.
And central to Mugyo are the Mudang. These are shamans or spirit mediums, and they're predominantly women.
Right. And they do more than just, talk to spirits.
Oh, much more. They often wear men's clothing, for instance, to call down powerful spirits, maybe like war generals. They use really intricate songs and rituals to settle the grudges of ghosts or to exorcise spirits that are causing harm. And the whole thing is driven by animism.
Animism, the belief that everything has a soul.
Precisely. Rocks, trees, rivers, everything. Even places have power. Mountains are super important, seen as connecting heaven and earth. And you also see in this interesting blend, this syncretism, where Mugyo practices mix with Buddhism. Spiritual paths aren't always separate boxes,
Okay, so you have these ancient traditions, the Mudang, the spirit world. How does the film translate that into the Huntrix and their fight, especially with this barrier, the Hanmoon?
Well, that's where the film gets really creative. The Huntrix are shown as coming from this long line of Mudang. They're trained specifically to find demons and, crucially, to reinforce the Hanmoon.
That barrier keeping demons out of the human world.
Exactly. But here's the cool twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have weapons, they fight. But the real power source for maintaining that Hanmoon, it's their music. It's their ability to connect with their fans.
So their concerts are almost like modern rituals.
That's a great way to put it. It's this brilliant reinterpretation. Their performance is the power.
That's fascinating. And the director, Maggie Kang, she mentioned drawing inspiration from.
Yeah, she specifically talked about being inspired by first-gen K-pop groups like H.O.T. and Seo Taiji and The Boys, and wanting to deliberately merge that energy with Korean shamanism. She wanted to weave those two threads together.
And clearly it worked. It really hit a nerve.
No kidding.
Okay, so those are the ancient roots. But the film is also very much about the modern world, specifically K-pop. It offers some pretty biting commentary on idol culture, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It shows both sides how it can be incredibly bonding and rewarding, but also, as one source put it, soul-sucking.
You definitely see the demanding side, like that scene where Huntrix are joking about finally getting a break after a concert.
Right. Only for their manager to casually drop that their new single is out that night.
Meaning instant rehearsal, no rest.
Exactly. It just nails that relentless grinding schedule.
And it's not just the schedule, it's the whole environment, that hyper-competitive, oversaturated market.
Totally. The film shows newer groups having to busk on the streets just to get noticed.
Yeah.
And then you have the fan side. The intense dynamics at fan signs, people camping out overnight.
Right.
It captures that whole ecosystem.
Into which steps the Saja boys, the antagonists. But they're more than just generic bad guys, right?
Way more. They're led by Jinu, who's actually a former human, kind of manipulated by the big bad demon King Guima. And their whole purpose, as this demon boy band, is to literally steal Huntrix's fans to gather souls for Guima.
And their name, Saja, is significant.
Hugely significant. It's a homonym in Korean. So yes, it can mean lion, which fits their initial image. But it also means emissary, or even dead man.
Connecting to the Grim Reaper figure, Jumsum Saja.
Exactly. The one who ferries souls to the underworld. That double meaning is just packed with symbolism. It's very clever.
And the visuals play into that too, like their light stick.
Oh yeah, that's a great detail. The logo starts as a lion, looks normal. But then at their big soul gathering concert, when the lights go down, it transforms into a dakaibi, a goblin.
Chilling. So they're not just villains, they're like a dark reflection of K-pop itself.
Precisely. A dark mirror. Each member embodies and critiques a specific negative trope or pressure within the idol industry.
Okay, break that down. Like Abby.
Right. Abby represents the hypersexualization of idols, how their own agency gets erased. Fan theories suggest maybe he dealt with body dysmorphia, wished for this dream body, and now fans only see him for his physique. It's quite tragic, actually.
And baby, the opposite extreme.
Yeah, the infantilization. The theory there is maybe he was hypersexualized before, wished not to be, and ironically ended up trapped in this perpetually childlike, non-threatening persona.
Wow. And mystery.
Lack of privacy. Extreme lack of privacy. Fans think maybe he was doxxed, wished for anonymity, and the price was being forgotten, even by his own family. Just erased.
That's dark. And the last one, romance.
He embodies those messy parasocial relationships. Blurred boundaries, issues of consent. The theory suggests maybe he was lonely, bullied, wished for universal love, became this sort of transactional rental boyfriend figure.
It's such a sharp critique packaged within these characters.
It really is. And even their main tactic, fan poaching.
Stealing Huntrix fans.
Yeah, that directly mirrors real-world accusations you hear in K-pop sometimes. You know, about Nugu groups, the lesser-known ones, allegedly coasting on the popularity of their sunbaes, their seniors.
Right, riding their coattails.
It touches on that competitive pressure. And the film doesn't shy away from the ageism either, especially towards female idols, who are often kind of pushed towards retirement around age 30 to make way for newer, fresher faces.
Brutal. So with all this commentary, what's the film saying about music itself? Is it just a backdrop or something more?
Oh, it's definitely more. Music is presented as this incredibly powerful tool, almost like alchemy. You know, similar to themes in other films, it shows music can build connections, shape identity, create community, heal.
But it can also be a weapon.
Exactly. It can be used for control, for oppression. It's shown as this potent force that can swing either way, a real double-edged sword.
Okay, let's pivot to the part that really got people talking, the climax. It felt like the film built up a lot of nuance before that.
It really did.
Yeah.
You have Rumi's whole journey, grappling with being part demon, moving towards accepting that part of herself.
Right, and we get Jinu's backstory showing he wasn't always a demon, that he was manipulated. It blurred the lines.
Totally. Rumi herself starts questioning the constant demon killing. There's that moment she wonders if one demon was maybe being forced into fighting. It sets up this expectation of moral complexity.
Which is why the ending felt a threat to some.
Yeah, that's where the contention comes in. A lot of fans felt the big finale, this slaughtering of hordes of demons, kind of contradicted that nuanced buildup. The message seemed to be that the evil is not necessarily evil, but then
it felt very black and white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
After spending time muddying that distinction, making you sympathize, even with some demonic figures, the ending felt like slamming a door shut and just banishing them all.
And that led to some tough questions from fans.
Oh yeah. Like, okay, if demons are pure evil, why did Rumi's mom have a relationship and a child with one? Or if they're not all inherently evil, why are we suddenly cheering for them being locked away forever?
Some people even read it as a metaphor for the K-pop industry itself.
Like squashing the negative press.
Yeah.
Or sealing away the black sheep. Basically hiding the messy parts instead of dealing with them. A pretty critical reading.
But there were counter-arguments too, right? Defenses of that ending.
Definitely. Many fans argued the main point was always Rumi's self-acceptance journey, not necessarily universal demon redemption. And they'd say there were signs the main hordes really were just monsters bent on stealing souls.
Like the train incident.
Right. They killed an entire train full of innocent people. That's a direct quote from the discussion. Some felt the ending was just more adult, more real life, showing that even complicated situations have consequences.
I heard about a Christian interpretation as well.
Yeah, that was interesting. Comparing Guima to Satan, the accuser, who tempts and condemns, while the girl's unity reflects something like the Trinity. Another key idea was distinguishing between, say, purely demonic beings and humans who are turned into demons, like Gina.
Implying Jeannie's human soul could still be reached, unlike the others.
Potentially, yeah. It allows for a spectrum of evil, not just one type. And visually, people pointed to the Hanmoon barrier itself at the end.
It wasn't gold.
Right. The gold one is supposed to be the permanent seal, but the one they create is described as a new one, a rainbow one, which heavily implies
Demons are still around. It's not over.
Exactly. It leaves room for nuance later. Rumi still has her own internal struggles, her patterns. And Jinu's pets, the tiger and bird, they appear on Earth right at the end.
Suggesting maybe some connection remains or some demons can cross over.
It definitely fuels that idea. So for many, the core message wasn't about judging demons, but more about accept yourself, flaws and all, and use that to beat your demon. Or even simpler, it's never too late to choose goodness, regardless of who you are.
Which still leaves a ton of unanswered questions. Perfect for sequels, I guess.
Oh, absolutely ripe for sequels. Jinu's fate is number one. He sacrificed his soul for Rumi. Fans are desperate for a movie or a series to bring him back. They're convinced he's sequel ready or not really dead.
And his pets showing up definitely adds fuel to that fire.
Totally. Then there's Rumi's parents. We know Dad was a demon, Mom Celine was a hunter. But the details, super sparse. What was their story? What happened to Dad?
And Celine's role in the present felt a bit passive to some.
Yeah, her lack of apology or strong action when the Hanmoon initially fell, it felt notable. Some saw it as in character for a stoic leader, maybe, but others wanted more from the supposed elder of the hunters.
What about the other Huntrix members, Mira and Zoe?
That was another criticism, that they felt underdeveloped, lacking backstory, kind of like side characters. Some felt they were almost removable narratively.
And the other Saja boys too, besides Genie.
Mostly unexplained, yeah. We get those fan theories about their origins, but the film doesn't confirm much, and their defeat felt a bit quick, maybe anticlimactic for some who wanted more depth or even redemption arcs for them.
So yeah, that non-gold Hanmoon at the end definitely screams cliffhanger or sequel bait.
No question about it.
Okay, pulling back again to the bigger picture. What are the overarching themes people took away from this?
Well, generational trauma comes up a lot, especially connecting it to the experiences of children of immigrants, and huge themes of accepting yourself, your whole self, your heritage.
Rumi's half-demon identity being read as, like, biracial.
Exactly. That struggle to embrace a part of your identity that society might marginalize. It's a really potent metaphor that resonated with many viewers.
It feels like self-acceptance and connection are really core.
Definitely. Those marks the characters have. Seen as metaphors for insecurities, shame. Rumi's whole arc is about exposing her shame, not hiding it. And that final Hanmoon, it's powered by confidence and unity, by connection, harmony.
Which the lyrics really reinforce.
Oh yeah. Zoe's line, "Why did I cover up the colors stuck inside my head?" Or Mira singing, "I should let the jagged edges meet the light instead." It's all about embracing the imperfections, the jagged edges, to find true strength.
Beyond the story and themes, the actual craft of the film got a lot of love too, right? The animation.
Huge praise. Amazing. Gorgeous. People constantly brought up the Spider-Verse feel, that blend of 2D and 3D, the vibrant colors.
And the expressions.
Yeah, noted for being very anime influenced, those exaggerated expressions. Plus, clear nods to manhwa style as well. Visually, it was just stunning.
And the music. We mentioned the soundtrack dominated chart.
Oh, the music. Fans called it insanely catchy. Bangers. Peak. Like, better than most musical movie set lists in years.
Yeah.
And they were smart to use actual K-pop producers.
And real groups contributed too.
Yep. Twice did a song Takedown for the credits. And tracks from the film itself, like Golden, Your Idol, How It's Done, Free, constantly cited as favorites. It's a soundtrack that totally works on its own.
It wasn't all serious themes and action, though. There was humor.
Yes, thank goodness. The goofy tiger guardian, who the director apparently named Dopey.
Derpy? Okay.
Yeah, Jerpy the tiger and Sussy the bird, that hat-stealing bird.
Yeah.
They were universally loved. Provided genuine, full belly laughs a really needed light touch.
So great animation, great music, great humor, but maybe pacing issues.
That was the main critique on the craft side. While everyone agreed it was fun, efficient, jam-packed, a lot of people felt it was ultimately too short or rushed.
There were rumors it was meant to be longer.
Yeah, reports circulated that it was originally planned as maybe 3 hours or even a series, which makes sense. A longer format could have fleshed out those side characters and backstories more. It definitely left you wanting more time in that.
Okay, so that kind of wraps up our deep dive into K-pop Demon Hunters. It's pretty clear how this one film managed to weave together ancient folklore and the modern K-pop scene.
Yeah, creating something really rich with commentary, both personal and cultural, that just sparked so much conversation.
It really shows you the power of storytelling, doesn't it? How entertainment can genuinely open doors to understanding different cultures, exploring complex struggles, and even just getting people arguing passionately about narrative choices.
Absolutely. Makes you think, makes you feel.
So thinking about how K-pop Demon Hunters deliberately left so many threads hanging, Jeannie's fate, the non-gold Hanmoon, all those backstories, what impact does this trend of sort of unresolved endings in pop culture have on how you, the listener, experience these stories?
Does it make you think deeper, engage more, because you have to fill in the gaps? Or does it just leave you feeling a bit unsatisfied, wishing for more concrete answers?
It's interesting to consider how those ongoing debates and fan theories actually continue to shape the meaning of the art long after you've finished watching. Something to chew on.